Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back. In the last lecture, we have seen that our AngularJS is now working on our page. So now we are going to, in this lecture, we are going to show our data on the page. What is the data items? We want to show the item data to our page. So let's suppose I will define a table. Uh, Table tag is used, table head, table row, and table heads first, second. So item name and is in stock. Item name is in stock. So this is head, this is row. So here, AngularJS, in the last lecture, we studied that AngularJS is working fine. We know that there are four items, one, two, three, four. So, if there is a need to define these four items, four, five, six, whatever is the count, I want to define the number of rows. So, there is a need of some repetition for this one tr uh, tag. So AngularJS, there is a directive that is named as ng-repeat. ng-repeat. This is a directive. This is most commonly used directive to iterate. Iterate iterate the data for the data. What is data? We know that our data is inside the model. So item is in model dot items. What is model? This model is this one, and this is pointing to mod, and mod contains items. So the name should be very similar to like this one. So this is basically I am going to define a loop. So td for each iteration of item, the variable item would be containing the value. So I am going to show its name to something item dot item name. This should be exactly, this is pointing to this one. This item is basically looping to this one. So item dot item name, item dot is in stock. So what is the second column? I am going to define the expression. This is expression. Expressions are used to get the value of value of the variable and to show on the page on the view. So this is one-way binding. AngularJS is basically used for two-way binding. What is two-way binding? I will show you uh, sooner. So item, this is the variable name item dot. This variable name is basically pointing to this one data item. So is in stock, right? So let's refresh this one page. Control F5. Yes, items are there. Item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4. So this loop is now working. To make it somewhat to give it somewhat good look and feel, I am going to define bootstrap classes. Class table, table class, table, for example hour, and also table, for example contents striped. Let's suppose I have used two classes, bootstrap classes, to make our page somewhat in terms of look and feel. This is better page. So item name, these now our page is pointing to these items, as you can see, right? So these are the items. One thing I would like to show you, AngularJS is basically Angular. This is one-way binding, means whatever are the items, these are displayed. Items are present here, and I have shown this one, these items here. Two-way binding, I would like to show you two-way binding, something like this one. For example, is in stock, uh, is in stock. Once again, this is value is in stock value. So I am going to define td uh, input type is equal to input type is equal to checkbox. So there is a directive named as ng-model. This is used for two-way binding. Two-way binding. What I am going item dot is in stock. Item dot is in stock. Whether this item is inside the stock, I am going to show you. So let's see. Yes, is in stock, it is automatically true. For true value, it is ticked. For true value, it is ticked. For false value, it is not ticked. For true value, it is ticked. So two-way binding means, oh, I have changed this one, this is also changed. Once again, ticked, this is true. If I tick to, if I untick this one, this value is going to be changed. This is the power of AngularJS. This is two-way data binding. Two-way means I am going to provide the input from as a user, and if I provide the input, the value is changed. Means from two-way binding means from user input to data value is changed. The other binding is from server to client. This is one-way binding. So two-way binding means which directive is used for two-way binding. ng-model. This directive is used for two-way binding. So in this basically the application that we want to follow something like point of sale screen, and it is something like this one. I would like to show you erp.kemsoft.com, and there is some application that I want to follow in this page, in this application. Gradually I am going to follow this one. Basically I am going to follow the point of sale screen. So this is the screen, this is the application in ASP.NET MVC, and I would like to show you its page. So basically I'm going to follow this one page. So I have started to follow this one page right from the first lecture. So we will keep on studying the topics, and we will applying those topics on this one page and point of sale screen mostly. So after applying all the topics on a few screens, we will be handy with the topics, and we will be uh, covering all those topics. So this is the point of sale screen. So this is the screen that I am going to select the customer. Let's suppose I am going to select item T as something. Any items have TS. These are the item having TS. So this is selected. 3 enter. So this is there. AS, any item has AS. So it is there. There are out around 1000 plus items. So this is 35. This is something like point of sale screen. So save and print. So this is the page. So basically this is the screen, cache sale screen. I am going to define this one in AngularJS. So this is uh, s- uh, cache sale invoice, cache sale receipt basically. So this is simple page that I am going to define. So that's why I'm going to define the items. uh, Started from items, gradually I will start following this one page, and also some helping pages we will define. So in the next lecture we will study. Right now we have studied that these items are from hard coded. These We have provided these items as default, means we have hard coded these items. And in the next lecture we will use that, we will use our services to work with these items which are provided by our services from the server side. So for any question you can write me at zaman.badar@gmail.com. Until the next lecture, thanks and take care. Allah Hafiz.